Story 1. This story is told from the perspective of a female. This all started after my 22nd birthday, which, to note and add to this story, is just after New Year's. Being the legal drinking age of 21, I had celebrated quite a few times over the past few months. There was my birthday, New Year's, Christmas Eve, and Halloween. They were all events where I had gone out with my girlfriends and partied like there was no tomorrow. There were a lot of photos taken at all the events, and I had made a photo album for each one. It had been a great year of parties and fun. I was sat at home watching TV when I received a notification on my phone. A lot of my friends were commenting on one of my birthday party photos. I checked to see what all the fuss was about. My friends were making fun of a guy that had shown up in one of my photos. An overweight guy in a polo shirt, wearing a sun hat and sunglasses, around 55 years of age. He had shown up in the back of one of my photos and was, well, essentially staring at my ass. My friends were making fun of this man, and of course, the memes came out, and they also joked that we were going to hook up, and I joked back, saying, I wish. It was all fun and games, until I realized that in almost every photo, this polo shirt man was somewhere, lurking in the background, staring right at me, not even trying to hide his pervy gaze. I was shocked at the fact that I had not noticed him that night, and grateful that nothing bad had happened to me. I actually laughed while looking at my birthday party photos, with this weird man in the background of almost every shot. But little did I know that this was only the beginning. I was in reality only scraping the surface, because this was no harmless man that was coincidentally in the club at the same time as me. The reality was far darker. When I checked my New Year's photo album, I felt my stomach curdle, because the same man was in the background again, looking at me. This man had been there on both my birthday and New Year's parties. I then checked my Christmas Eve photos, and there he was again. He was in every celebration I had been to that year. At some of the events, he was only pictured in 1 or 2 photos, but he was still there, regardless, watching me. I had a lot of questions running through my mind. Who was this man, and how did he know where and when I would be? And how had I not noticed him, lurking in the shadows at all of these events? It gets even worse. When I went to my friend's birthday party at TGI Fridays, we sat down, a table of around 20 of us. When I went to the restroom, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Sat on a corner table, pretending to look at his phone, there he was, the man, in all of the photos. He had followed me here. He was pretending not to look at me. I quickly excused myself from the party and said I was not feeling well. I raced out of there and hailed a cab. After this event, I realized that I had not made my Facebook 100% private. Certain statuses were available for anyone to see, and I had announced each and every event on Facebook before they happened, so my friends would know where and when it would be. The man must have found my Facebook and had been creeping on my page for almost a year. I fixed it, and since then, I have not seen this man again, thank God. I was lucky, to be honest, because this man was obviously not right in the first place, considering he followed me for God knows how long. Be careful what you share on Facebook, because you never know who is watching you. Story 2. This story is told from the perspective of a female. I had been doing what I usually do, going to and from college. To set the scene a little bit, My college is located very close to my house, and I still live with my mom. She wanted me to go to college close by. The college is walking distance from my house, so I walk to and from college every day along a main road. It is about a 15-minute walk. During my walks to and from college, I had started seeing this car. And I know you're probably reading this and thinking, duh, you are walking along a main road. Of course you're going to see a car. But I mean, I started seeing this car, a silver Ford Fiesta, every time I walked to and from college. It didn't matter what time it was, what schedule I was on. It would always find me, somewhere along my walk. And it would drive slowly past me, numerous times. I always tried to get a good look at the driver, but I never got to see properly who it was. This happened for weeks and weeks, and happened way too often to just be a chance encounter. We are talking a few times a day here. After a few weeks, I was home alone one night, as my mum had gone out for work. I was upstairs on the computer when the doorbell rang. I usually don't answer the door when I'm home alone. I instead opt to look out the upstairs window. Outside my front door, there was this sweet-looking old man, shivering in the cold. I came downstairs and answered the door. He smiled and told me that his car had broken down and he was waiting for the mechanic to arrive, and he really needed to use a restroom, and that none of my neighbors had answered their door. I was weary about this man, but he looked very sweet and innocent. I told him that he could use the downstairs bathroom. He thanked me and went in and locked the bathroom door behind him. I went into the kitchen and I put the coffee machine on to make the man a cup of coffee. And when I went back into the hallway, the bathroom door was now open. The man had left the bathroom and was now somewhere in my house. I opened the front door to see if he'd gone outside, and when I opened the door, I did not see the man anywhere, but I did see the silver Ford Fiesta, the same exact one that had been following me, parked in front of my house. I looked behind me. There was nobody there. I could hear the man breathing, as though he was trying to get it under control. He was somewhere in my house. I heard him cough a bit, and then I heard a noise come from upstairs. I grabbed my phone and ran down the street while phoning the police. The police came and found the man tucked up, laying in my bed, waiting for me to come in. If that wasn't creepy enough, he had a metal rod hidden in his jacket. He is being dealt with the police now, so fortunately for me, that creeper won't be bothering me or anyone else for a long, long time. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like, share and comment. I enjoy reading your comments and I always reply to them when possible. I'm hoping for big things this year, and with your help, we can all achieve that together. Thanks again, and if you're new to this channel, subscribe for more real-life horror.